How's it going, guys? Shaq and Matt here with the Toasty Bros, and Ayaneo has once again sent us a product, and this one is the Ayaneo Air, and it's a little bit cheaper than the one we looked at before.
Yeah, the other one, the Ayaneo Next, was over $1,000, and at that price point, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense compared to the Steam Deck, but now these things are getting down to $600 and $500, almost half off. Do we actually have a true Steam Deck competitor here? We're about to find out, but first, a word from today's sponsor.
Today's video is brought to you by Thermaltake and their new Tower 500 mid-tower case with a unique tower design to set your build out from the crowd, support for eATX and really any ATX motherboard with plenty of room for expansion, 3 beautiful tempered glass side panels to show off your creation, and support for a 360mm radiator and ample airflow for your next high-performance gaming PC build. If you're looking for a no-compromise unique PC case, then look no further than the Tower 500 from Thermaltake. Thanks to Thermaltake for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get into it, shall we?
So in the last video, we had a lot of comments where people were very upset, and I don't know, they seemed like they were upset at us for just doing a review, but keep in mind, we're just doing a review of this product. We're not saying that this is replacing the Steam Deck or that it's necessarily better or worse than the Steam Deck. We're just gonna give our honest opinions on this. We're just gonna see, you know, how does it do for the things we like to do, which is gaming.
And also, Ayaneo only sent over this device. There was no money sent to us, so we were gonna form our own opinions of this device. Let's open it up. The unboxing on the other one was very fancy. I wonder how this one's gonna be.
This one, I feel like they spent a lot on the boxing for the last one. This one definitely looks a little bit more basic and laid back, but yeah, I mean, super sleek looking, kind of similar to what I remember before from the other one. I am curious if the dimensions are the same though.
I think it's smaller. It's supposed to be smaller and lightweight.
Which I wouldn't mind. I think, wasn't that one of our complaints? Wasn't the last one a little big?
Yeah, I don't have it with me today, but when we get to benchmark this thing, I'll be bringing the Next in for comparison.
So we got some, I like how they call it the Aya Space Instruction Manual. And then that's just a placeholder.
Are those gloves again?
No, I forgot about that. We had gloves in the last unboxing. Now this one came with, God, this took us so long to figure out what all this stuff was last time. Okay, this looks like okay, that's an EU power adapter. This is probably our power cord. Yep, and it's USB-C. Love to see that.
Love to see it, haha.
And then, okay, that is so wedged in there, it's like not even funny.
Power brick?
Here is a standard US power brick, so that's what it comes with normally, and then, I don't know how that works. I assume maybe that's what this piece is for. I don't feel like getting it out. Okay, let's get these two out. Oh, so this is nice. We probably don't have any full-size USB on this one, so we have 2 USB-C to 3 adapters. I love that they include that because you could use this for other things too.
Oh, look at that.
And look at this one. This one's freaking monstrous. Okay, I
think these all slide out, like, and that's how you
I didn't even notice the slide. You're right, you're right. All right, don't use a knife. I can literally see it's another adapter. I'm not getting it out. Yeah. I can see it. It's, I think this is UK. I'm taking guesses here. I'm gonna say, no, wait, no.
McAllister, don't you put X's or pluses for Jax gets us right?
This is EU right here. This might also be UK or it might be China. But those, or maybe it's Australia. I don't know, it's somewhere. But anyways, let's go ahead and see what we got here. So some really simple unboxing. And I feel like, you know, the last one was very elegant, but it was a little extra. There's definitely a lot of stuff going on with it. But yeah, I mean, super clean looking just like before. I'm already like loving the action on the right and left triggers. Super, super good springs and everything, really quiet. Left and right bumper. We got, looks like a volume up and down button. I think that's our power button.
Power button and
actually felt it
fingerprint reader,
vibrate, so it might have already turned on.
And we have the black model that has a little bit of blue also. Looks really clean. And our model is the 5560U with 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 gig SSD. And look at those glowing thumbsticks.
Yeah, glowing thumbsticks. I can see a huge fan back here, which is kind of cool to see. A micro SD card slot, so you can add some extra storage in there. You could probably add like a 512 gig if you wanted to. But we did actually opt in for a little bit of a better model. So like Matt was saying, we could have gotten, what, like 500 bucks? I think we could have gotten the base model.
Yes.
But for closer to 6, we got the Ryzen 5 5560U, which I think they all come with, but we got 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 gig SSD rather than getting like the 256 and 8 gigs of RAM. This will definitely help, you know, having some extra RAM and everything. It looks like it actually has, oh yeah, look, auto rotate already built in. Hopefully this one's a little bit smoother than the other one in terms of like just the user experience. It's definitely weird using, you know, Windows 10 or Windows 11 on a tablet. Did the other one come with Windows?
It came with Windows 10, and the one I have, I still have Windows 10 on. I never upgraded to 11.
I'd be curious to see if this is any better.
Yeah, so it could be better.
So far, it's super simple to navigate. I don't know if I don't think the thumbsticks work yet.
Now, one thing too, which I believe is kind of weird, I think the screen The screen is actually 1080p on this one, and it's also an OLED, so it's like a very fancy deep blacks, very nice screen. So
and 1080p is like way plenty for this because I mean these pixels are so compact you wouldn't know if this was 4K or 1080. So let's go ahead and get signed into Wi-Fi. I think it's just a normal Windows 11 setup. Last time I know we had some difficulties because I think we skipped a step and it like made the Windows interface really weird at first. I don't remember. I think that's what we had happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we need to do all that. What's the term? Gobbledygook?
Goopity gobble, and then we're gonna play some games on it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to show you guys too is the size difference between the Ayaneo Next, Mr. Chungus, and little guy, Ayaneo Air. Obviously this thing has the 5800U, so Ryzen 7. The Vega graphics aren't a whole lot better though, but you do get more CPU power. This does come with 2 terabytes of storage compared to 512, but this thing is well over $1,000 versus this one at 600. So you're getting half off, and really, if you're playing emulation stuff, I really think this is probably your better option, or older games. Just don't stretch into the Battlefront. This thing can definitely do Battlefront, but as you can see, all the different Star Wars games I've installed on here, that's all I've been playing on this thing. But just kind of wanted to give you all a little size comparison, and probably subscribe to Toasty DIY because I made a video on this thing a few months later, and then I might do a comparison video of these two a little more in depth over DIY because for some reason you guys like the content over there. So yeah, stay tuned for that, but just a little size comparison of the two. All right, guys, we now have the Ayaneo Air ready to go, and we're playing some good old Left 4 Dead. We were gonna run 1080p with this thing, but after launching it at 1080p, I realized it seems kind of weird that this, yes, has a 1080p screen, but you're really getting up a lot of performance, and 720p, honestly, which I have run right now, looks just as fine, and you're gonna get all this extra performance. And we have a locked 60 FPS right now at 720p in a game like Left 4 Dead 2, which, I mean, is an older title, but is still kind of cool that you can play it on this thing. I will say it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's just because of how they have this controller configured, but I don't get like the aim assist features that you normally would on this device. I don't know if on PC it's just not like translating over. I'm not really sure. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It does feel a little bit weird though, but this is since it's an older game, I mean, obviously it's not gonna be nearly as hard to run. This device doesn't get very loud. And also I will say, we'll be showing you some comparisons next to the Ayaneo Next. Oh God, if I don't die. And when we do that, we'll be able to show you that it's a lot smaller. It's a lot more compact. I used the Ayaneo Next for several months, and over time, it just became like a chore to use, for lack of a better term. It was just much bigger, much heavier. I could see this being a little bit easier to use, even though it does have lesser performance. The Next does come with like a Ryzen 7, 2 terabytes of storage. It's only 512 gigs, but yeah, overall, it's still, I think, gives a better gaming experience, and it's cheaper. I would sacrifice the performance for something much more compact like this. Now, the biggest thing that this device has to compete against is the Steam Deck, which at the time of recording this video is still kind of difficult to get. You can get it, you have to put it in the reservation, you gotta wait. I'm not really sure what shipping times are like on this device since it is an Indiegogo right now. But if you do end up getting this device quicker than a Steam Deck, so that's a plus right there. If you do, it is a plus. But I mean, it's still not nearly as cheap. Especially the budget model. The budget model does get very close, but this model, we're looking at $600. And I think a comparable Steam Deck, which would have a better CPU and performance-wise a little bit overall better, would be around $500 to $600. I'll definitely price check that during the next benchmark run. But yeah, that's the biggest thing is, would you want something super compact like this, a little bit lesser performance, a nice OLED screen that actually looks really good. Compared to the Ayaneo Next, I think it looks really good. Or would you rather just wait for the Steam Deck? You know, that's ultimately up to you, and I still really do like this device though, regardless. I think you wouldn't be making a bad decision with this one. So yeah, that's Left 4 Dead. I'm tired of running through this level. I don't even know where I am, but the dinosaurs, you know, they're killing zombies. They're doing a great job. We're gonna go ahead and test a couple other games that are gonna be much more demanding than this, and I would imagine probably we'll struggle to get to 60 without lower settings or using stuff like AMD FSR or some other upscaling. So yeah, let's just go ahead and switch to that.
All right, guys, we're testing out Halo Reach, a part of the Master Chief Collection. And once again, looks like we have it locked on VSync. What settings are we running, Matt?
Low settings, 1080p. So this one we're actually trying to push 1080p, which is what the screen has, and looks good.
This is definitely a struggle for me, by the way, guys. So don't judge my gameplay or
controller gameplay is harder.
Yeah, I was say don't think the console's bad either, because it's definitely really good, like very fluid. Now this has aim assist.
Yes.
You can tell
You can
because
feel
look
it.
at, well, you see how like,
Yeah.
I'm not even changing I'm not moving the joystick. So aim assist does seem like it works fine. I think Left 4 Dead literally didn't have it. Oh God, we need to fly away.
Is he gonna die?
We need to fly away. I might take fall damage. But yeah, it's running pretty good though. I mean, it looks really good. The OLED screen definitely is way nicer. So I'm definitely liking that. I can't move. What the heck just happened?
And we are running on the 12-watt mode, just like the other Ayaneo and their Aya suite, which I'll show before the next game. You can change the wattage the thing is running at. So this is like the default game wattage, and when you're doing other things, you can go lower wattage to conserve battery. Oh no, oh man.
Guys, this isn't going well. I think this is the end. Chief, we gotta kill every last one of these people we can. You know like the last mission of Halo Reach where you just have to die? Oh, I found a shield.
That's a wait.
Shield. All right, well, that was Halo. It definitely ran good. I'm not good at it. I'm definitely not good at controller anymore, so this would be a learning curve for me. But let's go to the next game.
Yeah, let's go. All right, guys, so before we dive in, this is the Aya Quick Tool, which you just hit this button right here. And as you can tell, we have it running at 1080p. You can actually change the resolution from here. You can go to 720p, so let's see how that works. Wow, that works really simple. Just go straight to 720p. So we're gonna go back to, can I get back to 1080p? Oh God. Maybe this isn't as simple as I thought. Oh God, it broke. Oh no, Aya, what are you doing? It says it's on 1080, which is wrong. So yeah, this definitely needs some work, as you can tell. But we are on the game mode, and I'm just gonna grab a mouse real quick and switch us out of that, because you know, sometimes when you're running Windows, which I think is the biggest drawback with these devices, is running Windows, it just doesn't work well. You really need like your own OS, and I think that's what Aya is working on, is making their own OS, so it might make things a little bit better. Might is the key word here. What we're gonna go ahead and do is try another high-end game, which is Marvel's Spider-Man. I don't know how well this is gonna work. This is a pretty newer title on PC, but we can take advantage of AMD FSR, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take a bet that we need to run at 720p on this one. And we're gonna run low settings. Yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, the menu is at 5 FPS, so we're gonna try to lower some stuff real quick here. Why did it default to 1080p? I told it not to do that. All right, so we're down to 720. Full screen, VSync is on, FSR is good. Oh, now it went to high, so I guess none of what I did saved. All right, so very low. I hope for 60, but I imagine we're just gonna have to settle for 30 on this one. And to be fair, a lot of consoles on quality settings can go down to like 30 FPS, but we'll see how playable it actually is once we get in here. I'm gonna be right back at the boss fight where I benchmarked and I just kept failing. Oh God, this is exactly where I was. And yeah, the performance is not necessarily what I would deem the most playable. I'm standing in fire. It's probably not where I need to be. But the haptic feedback's kind of cool. You know, you got some controller shake going on here, so you know, you can feel like a real console pleb. Oh, and I just got hit again. Yeah, this ain't gonna work out well for me. Yeah, so Spider-Man is definitely gonna be a game that is harder to run. If you can live with 30 FPS, then you got that going for you, and it looks pretty decent this low of settings, but I personally wouldn't enjoy this nearly as much. So the last game we're gonna be testing is Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is actually a game that I played a lot on the Ayaneo Next and was able to get pretty much 60 FPS, low settings, 720p, and it was fun. I actually played through the campaign. It was a pretty good time. So we're gonna give it a shot on this device and see how that works.
All right, guys, we're playing some Battlefront 2, and my gosh, it's demanding.
It's trying.
Oh, so we're in the lowest of the lowest of
yeah, low 720p.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're hitting Scream! Get the performance better. Yeah, I'm thinking this device, like compared to the Next, you're not really focused on these higher end games like that. Even on lower settings, you're gonna get this.
Somebody let me in. I am hurt. God, I have a lot of health. This is crazy. I'm trying to use the aim assist to my advantage.
You get another life, though. That's the best part about this.
Heck?
It keeps going. He doesn't know where he is. But the FPS is better in here.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, there we go.
The dragon... What? Did I just die again already? Well, all right, that's Star Wars.
That's Star Wars.
Once you're inside, it runs good. Just don't go outside, and you'll be fine.
Just like you, don't touch grass.
Don't touch grass, kids.
All right, let's wrap this video up real quick.
All right, guys, so we just got done benchmarking this nice little handheld, and it definitely seems a lot better than what we did before. It's definitely more portable, more handheld, a little bit easier to navigate. Definitely feels like the touchscreen's a little bit better, but once again, Windows is still pretty difficult to navigate on these things. Now, if you really want Windows on a handheld, then yeah, this is definitely the one for you. But we will say that the Steam Deck is definitely a little bit easier to navigate. You're not having trouble getting in and out of games with this. It's like you almost have to hook up a mouse and keyboard to get in and out of games unless you really start to just build a feel for it.
Yeah, and I believe is working on something based around Linux for a better operating system solution. Or if you want to, there are options out there where you can install SteamOS on this device and it will work just like that. It does limit you a little bit outside, but regardless, I still think it's an interesting piece of tech and pretty cool to see that these prices are coming down because of the competition of the Steam Deck. So let us know what you think of this device down below. If you have a Steam Deck, let us know what you think of this versus the Steam Deck. And yeah, always check the link in the description as well because that's the Indiegogo link and you get special pricing on this device now through the end of the campaign. So if you want to pick one of these up, definitely pick it up now.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
And now if you want, you could actually pick this up from PC Bros at a really good price because yes, we do sadly not keep stuff like this and we want to be able to give back to the community, so it will be for sale over there.
PCBros.tech is where we sell gaming PCs, gaming laptops, and so much more. And if you use code ToastyBros2 on checkout, you can save 2%. See you guys later. Goodbye.